not easy winning on the road against one of the best defensive teams in the country. My message to the guys, when you play a team like Seton Hall, your defense has got to be every bit as good as their defense in order to win. Great crowd for them. Certainly, Shaheen's got to be one of the front runners for Coach of the Year. Did a fabulous job this year. It's still not over. It's just beginning. We have won back-to-back championships with two different teams, and that's not easy to do. There's been one common denominator, and that's the young man to my left. The Big Bells Award tonight was not given to Zuby, although his stats were great, and when needed to score, he scored, but it went to Ruben Prey. Because when Zuby was out resting, Ruben did a phenomenal job. Dylan Mitchell and this young man have to be exhausted. The amount of minutes they played I was getting tired watching them. And he had to bring the ball up, he had to chase the point guard. It wasn't easy for him, but he gutted it out. Real proud for St. John's, very proud for the players. It was a great win. And the Big East tournament's a lot of fun, but the regular season means the most because that's your body of work for the entire year. Now we want to win the Big East tournament, but it's 3 games in 3 days. And we'll get our rest tomorrow. We'll practice in the afternoon. Okay.
You're a joke, right?
No, but we'll take a day off, get ready, and enjoy this night. The players are really fired up. They're very, very excited.
Take questions. Zuby, could you just describe kind of what that was like? You know, so when you walk off the court, you had a bunch of St. John's there, fans there chanting your name. To everything that's happened in the last year, to do it again, what does it feel like?
I still get chills, you know, each and every time, you know, just stepping on the floor and going out there and performing at a high level, you know, for my teammates, for the fans, and you know, St. John's, they showed out tonight. They showed out tonight, and you know, when the final buzzer, you know, was called and I was able to step off the floor, I was met with some, you know, ovations that I've pretty much had all year. So I appreciate you guys, and you know, like Coach said, you know, back to back. It's not easy. It takes everybody being committed to one main goal and winning, and I think we did a really special thing tonight.
Zuby, what did you think of Ruben tonight?
Oh, he was absolutely, you know, perfect, I would say. I had some questionable calls. Coach sat me on the bench, gave me a little bit of rest, like he said. But Ruben stepped up, hit some big time, you know, shots in the post, and you know, he played well as well, you know, defensively, and it's something that we're going to definitely need from him for the rest of the season. But like I said, you know, he stepped up big tonight, as well as other people as well.
Dylan, you were there when the season opened, and they unveiled the banners marking the championship from last season, and a lot of the newer guys were like, boy, would I like to be a part of that. Can you sort of describe how it feels to be a part of it?
Yeah, it feels super good. It feels, you know, it's awesome. It's super fulfilling because, you know, this didn't start in November. This started back in June, you know, with summer workouts with these guys, and it's just super fulfilling to know, you know, the hard work's paying off with this group.
Zuby, I mean, 3 years ago coming here, you obviously bought into Coach Pitino's system, and that belief kind of has evolved along the way. Can you just kind of describe what the last 3 years have been like, kind of culminating in back-to-back regular season championships?
Just a bunch of ups and downs, as life is. You know, my first year, just kind of like a learning curve for me. Just getting to understand, you know, Coach Pitino and him understanding me, you know, especially that first year. Kind of a down year, you know, with expectations that we didn't meet. But then the following year, you know, just stick to it, sticking and trusting him and him trusting me and giving me a new role, you know, stepping up as a leader, new role for me, for my family, and yeah, just winning a title and a tournament title as well, you know, the past year. And then you come to this year, you know, where else could I possibly go? My thing was, you know, just come to St. John's again, one more go around with Coach Pitino, get to meet, you know, new teammates, met a lot of people along the journey, and It's been a long time coming, but here we are again, regular season champs. So yeah, it's been one heck of a journey, one that I wouldn't take back for anything, and we still got more work to be done.
Zuby, the team last season, it was a pretty historic season for St. John's. First NCAA tournament win in 25 years, first, regular season title in like 39, but you made another piece of history today. I think it's 40 years since St. John's has been regular season champion in consecutive years. What is it like to be making all this history?
It's why I'm here, and I think obviously it's not just me, and you got to give a whole lot of credit to Coach Pitino and the staff of the pieces that they were able to bring to this program and the culture that we're trying to build here. St. John's is nationally known now, and he's gonna be as long as he's in charge, and we're trying to build something special, especially not just now, but even when I leave, down the line, and just a winning culture of great guys that are really committed to playing under Coach Pitino and what he stands for, because he's one of the best, if not the best, of all time. So yeah, it's been like I said, a special journey, and it's all a testament to who's in charge.
Rick, they cut it to 3 there. About 27 seconds, and you got the big guy going on the line. How much confidence do you have in him that he's going to do what he did, make 2 free throws the next possession, find Dylan for a layup?
Yeah, the one message going into the final minutes of play was, guys, don't play to run out the clock. Attack the basket. So many times you try to, against a team like Seton Hall, you try to just move the ball, use the clock, you get a bad shot. We made a mistake on their fire action of not switching, but this young man played 30-something minutes. Dylan Mitchell played 37 minutes. He played 36-20. They were tired. Mentally and physically, it was a big fight. We didn't turn the ball over much. We took good shots. We looked for each other. So it was a great night for us. Another hostile crowd that we had to battle and win. And it takes good players to do that. And these guys are certainly terrific.
Rick, with Zuby, he sat for a while. The last 6:25, he scored 21. That's hard, right? I mean, for players.
Well, he's sitting, but he just took it over. He said, "I got to score," and we've said this 100 times this year in huddles: no fear of failure, no fear, go. And he epitomized that tonight. He just got the ball, he just went, scored, played with great confidence, the confidence of a 2-guard, putting the ball on the floor, making those plays. But he's had a great run, great 2 years, just so beloved by the fans, and this young man's going to develop into a beloved point guard for the fans. He's if he rubs off against Zuby enough, maybe he'll be the captain next year.
Rick, what do you think of the Seton Hall team? You might see him again next week, third time.
I think they're tough. You've got to match the defensive. We didn't turn the ball over tonight, and they're a team that turns people over. They're tenacious. They run a good system. Every time you play Seton Hall, you're in for a battle. They've played Connecticut twice, obviously. We've got nothing but great respect for them.
Zuby, in terms of this whole week, you had Villanova, senior night, and now tonight, even though you had foul trouble, 21 points in 23 minutes. You win champions. Talk about what you're carrying forward with this team into the tournament and the NCAAs, and also, what is the impact you want them to feel as you graduate?
It's we did what we set out to do in the summer. We came in here with a goal to win the regular season, and we did that. So that's a step up, and now we look forward to just going to MSG and playing for the Big East tournament. Some of these guys, most of these guys haven't experienced the tournament, so they're going to get a feel of what it is. So my job, as a leader, is just to get them ready and just go out there and everybody just compete, we're gonna have a day off and then we're right back to it. I don't know who we play first, but whoever it is, You know, we're gonna scout. We're gonna be, you know, we're gonna get ready.
Seton Hall Creighton.
Winner. Okay, Seton Hall Creighton. So, you know, we're just gonna scout. You know, see areas where, you know, we could, you know, improve and just move on from that. But as far as, you know, what I want to leave behind, you know, just a guy that they gave 100% effort, you know, each and every time on the court. I don't play for the name on my back, you know, but as coach says all the time, play for the name in the front, you know, play for your brothers, play for your teammates. And I think that I've done a great job, you know, doing that, and it's turned out successful, not only just for me, but for everyone around me as well. So that's the one.
You know, when he was on the bench, every timeout, he came in the huddle, and after I was done, he spoke to the team about what they have to do defensively. Every timeout. Not one, not twice, every single timeout. I've never had a player talk like that in timeouts. And to me, I respect that so much because it was all about defense. It was all about locking down certain things, and he's witnessing it on the court. And obviously, everybody knows how hard he works. But you know, when you come in and you got to ice that game and you got to score, he did it. He did it. So he backs up everything he preaches, which is a phenomenal thing. And I think this young man is turning into one of the premier point guards in the Big East. And I'm proud of him. He's gone from a state I've never been to to Madison Square Garden.
Last one.
Rick, you probably have the Big East Player of the Year sitting next to you. As far as Coach of the Year, have you thought about whether you're going to vote for Shaw? I mean, Kevin and Chris Altman also had good years.
Well, I'm not going to tell you who I voted for, but it's you could look at Shaw, pick dead last place. You could look at the Villanova turnaround. You could look at Holtman, but I always say you could look at Danny Hurley and vote for him. You know, because he's coached excellent from the first game all the way to the end. But I appreciate all of them. This is a great coaches league. Great coaches league. They're all terrific. I think Ed Cooley is in last place or near the bottom, and if you have to play them, you're in a war. He's lost so many close games, so he's a terrific coach. They're all great in their own right, but Shaheen's a special coach.